quickly fire, but before you, as soon as you finish firing, you're like, oh shit, that was the butler, and it just cracks straight into and comes out the other side. Alright,
I'm still staring at Pothole, by the way.
I'm sitting there awkwardly, not quite sure what to do with myself after this. Down your arms, this is pointless. We are not your enemies here.
I'm gonna fire elemental at this guy down here that everyone else is at.
Frisko, roll for damage! Frisko, roll for damage! It's hilarious!
Who? Oh, never mind.
There's a cat?
Pothole, you take 17 damage.
I'm staring him down.
What are you gonna do? Talk to me?
I will
Take
intimidate for all the
100
gold.
You wanna fight me for that?
I'm taking 100 gold. You can take another 100 gold. I don't care. There's like 200 or something gold. I'm taking
Giving
100.
you what you want.
God damn it! I'm on 12!
You notice they both throw their crossbows down, pull out the spears and throw them down and put their hands above their head and they're all sitting on their knees.
I'll take all
I
the
take
gold.
100 gold.
I'm hearing noises! I'm hearing noises in my head!
It is in your head.
I gaze
Quick.
ever closer
Quick,
into your
Pothole,
eyes.
Pothole. Holy shit! You take max damage!
Put down your arms. Just, shout out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's down. How do you cut him down? That's what I'm asking.
I want to be like, he's like down, I just want to like get myself just kind of like uppercut slash.
So you just cut him from like the bottom up there, just
Just be like,
straight up.
like whack.
Balasar, you fall unconscious and you fall face down on the ground. Heath, whisper to me what happens. Because Balasar, you wouldn't know.
Obviously.
Balasar, you poor thing.
Are you
He
okay,
just got
Ethan?
a lucky hit. Yeah, I'm fine.
You just may miraculously find a crew member who's okay at fighting.
After finding this out, Gold will now outlaw all drinking on the ship.
Get it?
Frisko gets pissed.
Yeah, you guys are drunk upstairs. You do not hear this. Yep, and the crew don't seem to know either. Alright, I know what happens now. Alright,
Oh jeez.
yeah.
I don't even know. So
Yeah, you won't know either. I am whispering it to Balasar, because he's the only one who will know.
really intense. Holy crap!
Oh my god.
Aren't you shitting your pants, Ziltoid? Aren't you shitting your pants, man?
No, I wouldn't be. I'm passed out.
No, but out of game.
Alright. So, is that what happens? Both of you two?
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of you, so Ziltoid, you get put to bed and you can pass out. Frisko, Balasar doesn't come back up. Without metagaming this, what would you do?
Oh, you were talking to me.
Yep. Sorry, Frisko. Did I say Frisko? Who did I say?
You said Frisko.
Okay,
I thought you
Frisko.
said Balasar.
All good.
Okay. Well, what would I do?
Just putting it out there, you are drunk as fuck.
Yeah, like you're drunk. Like, would you be like, and you just go to bed?
I will just go to bed because, yeah.
Okay. Alright, you go to bed. Can I get a perception roll minus 10 from you?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, as you walk back, you just notice that the ship's just kind of quiet and it just keeps going, and you find your way to your quarters and you fall asleep. Goblin, Gold, you're passed out in your room. Ziltoid, you're one. Okay, morning comes around. Who's first to wake up? I reckon...
I require the least amount of sleep.
Yeah, Ziltoid. You would go back and rest, but you wouldn't fall asleep. So you would actually, yeah, because you've been doing alcohol, you would have passed out and then come back too. So you would have woken up 6 o'clock in the morning. Everyone works up around the same time as the sun comes up, so 6 o'clock in the morning. But you're drinking the night before, so I'd probably say you won't leave your quarters till 8.
So did I meditate at all, or did
no,
I just pass
you would have
out the whole
just
night?
gone to your room, sat in your bed, and just laid down and fallen asleep.
What the? Oh, right, alcohol. Does that?
Yeah. So you guys spent about 2 hours recovering. Gold, what's your morning ritual normally on the ship? What'd you say?
Get up and have another drink.
Alright, you get up and you just keep going.
I just have one. I have the one to remedy.
Alright, no worries.
One to remedy.
You won't need to worry about rolling the endurance checks, just because you're a heavy drinker anyway. Frisko, you wake up. What are you doing? No one's
I
suffered from a
walk out
hangover,
on-
so we're good.
I'll walk out onto the deck and and just look at the sea again.
Beautiful. Alright, Heath, you come out of your quarters.
And I'll just go straight up
Okay.
to the deck.
Yep. Alright, so is everyone out on the deck?
I am now.
I'm going out to the deck.
Alright, you don't notice... Well, Gold, you'd notice that the first person thingy is not there, but you're used to him driving at night, so you would, I would say you'd presume that he went to bed.
Okay.
The first mate. So I'd presume you would be, yeah, you'd presume that. Okay?
Yeah.
So, unless you guys want to do anything during the day, or do anything in particular, we'll just go to night again. So we'll just
Okay.
skip the day, unless, do you guys want to do anything in particular? Because you guys are still heading towards where the ship is meant to be.
I want to talk to Heath
Okay, talk
about
to Heath.
yesterday.
Go for it.
I kind of walk up to Heath and I'm like,
I'm kind of like, I'm like over the ship, like, you know.
and I lean over the ship as well and I just stand next to him and I'm just like,
I'm driving the ship.
one of us is going to get killed if we keep up like this, man. I think we should just forget, not talk about pothole, not talk about dragons, and try to survive after the zombies yesterday.
I totally agree with you, Ziltoid.
Good.
How was last night?
I felt unconscious.
That's,
I slept
that's the second
last
time
night.
you've done. That's the second time.
I drank quite a bit and I beat the captain, so the captain passed out before me, so that was good. Don't remember much after that, and I guess I passed out.
Oh, okay.
How was your night?
Slept all night. Wasn't in the
Just
mood.
having a good one. Yeah, yesterday was pretty exhausting, I'd imagine. Fuck that, never
yeah.
again.
With you with that.
Definitely,
Well,
man,
good.
definitely.
Good, you had a good night.
Glad you had a good night too. Shame you should have partied with us. Lots of shit went on, man. It would have been hilarious to see.
I think it would be better if I rested. So after that, after what
I guess
happened.
people handle things differently.
Yeah, all is forgiven.
That Balasar had like the greatest time last night, man. I don't think he drank anything, but fuck, that was so funny. I guess he probably just like fell asleep from like driving or partying. I don't fucking know, man. That last night was fun. Balasar's such a cool dude, man. You'd get along with him pretty well if you just gave him a chance.
Yeah, we both, you know.
You'd both hit it off well.
That'd be good to say out of game. That'd be great to say.
Well, you know, yeah, we're not. If he doesn't drink, I'm not a drinker, so I think it'd be well for sober people to get along.
You should go talk to him sometime. Get to know him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a Dragonborn. We've had our rounds with Dragonborn, but this guy.
Well,
I think he's okay.
I should get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, and I kind of hold out my hand. Let's try not to kill each other.
Deal.
Alright, good chat. I'm off.
Alright, I'm gonna run while I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run Frisko through everything about being a crew member on the ship.
Alright, do you want to do that?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, you know, there's a bit. I'm just ship talking because I don't really know much about ships. You see, that's the mast. It's a crow nest up there where people sit to watch. This is where I steer. More in depth.
Very fancy.
I tell you everything about being a crew member and what we get up to. Like, there's like we go treasure hunting and we go drinking and with your skills, man. Your skills are come in handy with your lock picking. And we all go through and we all have equal parts in the treasure.
I don't know this is happening.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like this very much.
Welcome to the crew, my man, and I pat you on the back.
Thank you. I bow down.
Oh, I just laugh at you. Big boys just but not as creepy.
Yeah.
You like the Joker like clap.
Okay. So.
Alright, I'm gonna man the ship until someone comes to take over.
Okay. Give me a sec. Sorry, give me a sec. I'm just working out something. One. Alright. Yeah. So you're just there normally, nobody comes up to relieve you though.
I start growing worried. I ask one of the crew to take over while I go to check on Balasar in his quarters.
In his quarters? His quarters are locked.
I call Frisko to unlock them for me.
Alright, you call Frisko over.
And I walk over and
masturbating.
I don't care. It's his rock we're not coming to.
I'll walk over and say, "What do you need me to do?"
Unlock this door, my man.
With pleasure.
Another question about privacy.
We live on a ship full of men. I'm sure there's been lots of walking in on people masturbating.
Yep. Yep, that door is unlocked. You unlock the door.
Okay, I step inside.
Balasar, what does your room look like?
Shiny.
Okay, so there's lots of silverware, pretty pictures of girls with their boobs out, two of Dragonborn, one of an elven woman.
Yep.
Ooh,
you see
Is that dragon porn, please?
He has a hammock. There's a hammock kind of in the middle of the room spraying back and forth. You see on the wall just racks of different axes and a couple of shields plus like 2 swords. Nothing in particular. You see a wardrobe which is currently closed and a chest of drawers. You see Balasar lying in the hammock.
I go over and shout in his ear. Ah!
No response. You get no response.
I frown. Balasar, wake up, man!
Can I get a perception check?
Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
You notice there's blood on him.
I swear loudly, and call for the crew to get me a healer.
Heath, you have the crew members run up to you and ask you to come downstairs.
Sorry, this is out of game.
It could be in game too, but I mean.
I don't want it to be in game.
I
just find it ironic.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
I noticed that as soon as you said to go find a healer, you see Heath go, and I'm like, you have crew members come up to you.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, what's up?
You need to come upstairs. Balasar's injured.
What?
Yeah,
Balasar's what?
He's injured. He's covered in blood. Quick, come have a look.
And then I'll follow them.
Okay, you go downstairs. You
I
find
follow
Balasar.
Heath.
So Heath, you find him where you left him after the night, obviously. But you find him there with a lot of the crew members around him. Ziltoid, you walk into a room you've never been in before. It's a very nice room, and you see Balasar in his hammock covered in blood.
Like, I'll walk up
I'm trying
pretending...
to help best I can. stop the
Heath, can I
bleeding from
get
Balasar.
a private heal check from you?
Okay.
There's so much secretive stuff going on that only I know about. I love it.
Crazy.
How do the rest of you feel about what's going on?
Well,
Can I
I have my
can-
own secret conversations.
Can you private message me why I'm doing, like, can I,
No.
like...
No, I'll tell you afterwards what you find out.
Okay.
So just do a heal check out in the open if you want, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay. Out in the open, okay.
Yep. Just out in the open's fine.
Okay,
Everyone does a metagame. You guys are good. I like it.
what? Oh, dude, I put a minus in there.
You have no idea. That's like the worst roll you've ever had. I'll do it again.
Oh, my bad.
You get it.
that was-
I'm going to heal him. Oh shit.
LOL.
Well, this is a heal check. A heal check isn't necessarily healing. It's to check wounds. To know of wounds.
Is this a wound? Sticks finger in wound.
That's what you know. Thank you, Ziltoid.
What?
Okay, okay. I'll be like, look, I'll be like doing my thing. I'll be like, okay.
Is that all you say?
And
Well, help him, man!
how can I help him? He's
He's
dead.
bleeding, you're a healer!
He's dead.
He's dead!
Just because,
Oh
just because he's dead doesn't mean I can't heal. Like, bring back life. Okay,
You
look,
bring
if
back-
you leave me alone for a little bit, maybe concentrating, I could probably bring him back. And I'm doing this not because of you. I'm doing this because of Ziltoid.
Please help him, Heath. Everybody I get closer just dies on me. Can't bear to have another one die.
Okay, if you leave me alone with him, I could maybe bring him back. Because I want trust with you people.
I trust you,
Frisko.
Heath. You can do it. You can do it, man. I'll leave you be.
just
I
need
send the
patience
crew
and
out, but I
silence.
stay.
Okay, the crew walk out. They seem confused, but they leave. They were like, but he said he's dead. There's nothing more we can do for him. He may be a paladin, but he doesn't have that kind of power. Are you sure he's
Just
dead?
let the guy try.
Okay, and they'll just leave.
Okay, you can't be here for what I'm gonna do. So it's kind of this healing is not for the. It's only for the paladins.
You sell it really
This
well.
man
To
is-
see.
This
You
man
sell it
is
so well.
Well,
man is like
I'm
my
not-
brother. I cannot leave his side until I know
You can
exactly
you
what
can
will
stand
happen.
behind. You can stand in front of the door, and I'll let you in if something happens.
Ziltoid's just standing outside of the door, just kind of like just chilling there.
Otherwise, I can't do this.
Really hesitant. Really hesitant.
Yeah, you now gotta think about what your character would do. Would you leave this guy
yeah.
alone who you know had quarrels with this guy? Would you leave him alone in a room with him if he's dying? Or would you not worry about that at all and know that he's a trained healer and that he might be able to help him?
See, that's what's going through Gold's mind at the moment. It's just he doesn't trust Heath. He knows that he can do good, but he doesn't trust him. Alone with this person who is like his brother, but he knows that he can do good and could probably do what he's saying.
Look, there's a ship full of all your men, Ziltoid, Frisko, and yourself. Why would I mess with this?
We have seen too many zombies. Will you be bringing back one of them?
I'm against zombies. They've taken over my hometown.
How can you bring the dead back?
I can't say how, but it's just through my god.
I have not heard of a paladin with this skill. Has this something to do with the gem that we found?
Yes. It kind of, I don't know, I felt a little bit more power with it.
Gold, you don't know magic, you would believe this.
I am believing it. I'm not lying. Just know that if he comes back wrong,
it's on
or
my head.
something goes wrong. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Gold,
I leave
you
and stand on the other side of the door.
Gold leaves and stand on the other door. Frisko, do you leave with the men?
Yeah, I leave with Gold.
Okay. Ziltoid, do you leave with them?
I'm staying at the door.
At the doorway or on the other side of the door?
Oh, on the other side of the door, you know, just chilling outside.
Okay, so Heath walks over and closes the door behind him. Heath, I need a whisper.
I seriously... Can I call you instead?
No.
Because this is going to be... I can't... It's going to be hell typing this.
I need you to type it. Alright, you type this. Alright, what do the rest of you do while this is happening? Heath?
I pace up and down, really nervous.
Each time you think you might need to check
I'm really
for a roll, I'll tell you. Okay, sorry, go.
I keep second guessing myself for letting him in there with a man who is like my brother.
Alright, you keep second guessing, kind of thinking over. Ziltoid
Yeah, thinking, and I keep going to open the door and then saying no, and then just like real being indecisive out there.
Okay.
I'm going to sharpen my arrowheads.
Okay.
And I'm going to sharpen my sword, and I'll adjust the bow a bit.
Okay.
I tap Frisko's shoulder, saying, "Good man," thinking that he's getting ready for a battle if we need one.
Yeah. Ziltoid, what are you doing?
I want to try and listen through the door. Is that possible?
I need a perception check from you then.
Alright.
Oh, I turn to Ziltoid and ask if he can poke a hole in the door.
I can't do that. I'm not strong enough. That I need to stand away. I can only use a bow, and it's really, really loud.
Can you
hang on, let me do my perception check for listening.
Okay, go for it.
Wait.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
I lean underneath the door and try to have a look through the little gap down the bottom.
Alright, go. So Ziltoid, you're listening in at the door. You can hear movement, but not too much more than that. Go old. You trying to look under the door? You can only see feet. You can see him walking around, kind of shuffling from one side to the other, shuffling back.
I feel like a worried wife. Or a husband whose wife is about to give birth.
Hmm. See, it's good because you guys are going to be like anxious and not knowing what's going on. But whoever watches the video,
check work?
I can't tell you. You were listening in on the door and you can hear movement inside.
I'm gonna stick my ear and try to listen what's going on.
Alright, same again.
What is it? What is it?
Just a perception check.
No, I don't hear
Okay,
anything.
yeah, you can't hear anything.
I'm gonna turn to Ziltoid and Frisko while this is happening. Stairs. And talk to them.
Okay, sorry.
This man Heath, is he as talented as he claims to be?
He's really talented at drawing his bangs. That's all I can say.
Yeah, who's been healed by
burning
Heath
here.
before? Frisko, you've been healed by Heath, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you'll be able to tell how well he is at healing. You know that he...
But I'd like to say that he's a good guy. We've had a bit of quarrels. Him and the dragon had a bit of quarrels. But he's a good guy. I believe that.
Yeah, I've got along with him quite well, and he might actually, you know, it might be a good possibility that he'll resurrect him.
I calm down a little bit, lean against a wall, and wait. And now we wait.
There. So I just want to go out of game at the moment. Ethan, how you feeling?
Huh? What?
How you feeling?
I'm good. Obviously I'm passed out, but I'm good. Well, I'm dead, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
When
So
I wake up, I tell you fucking what. If I don't wake up, I'm dead and I'm out.
Heath, whenever you're ready. Open
No,
that door.
I walk out.
Okay. The door opens and Heath walks out. Arms
I push
covered in blood.
past Heath.
Arms are covered in blood.
I push past Heath and head in to see how Balasar is doing.
Okay, I want a heal check.
For me? Okay.
Yep. Well, because you're gonna check how he is.
Oh yeah. Heal.
$17. Okay,
Ooh,
you notice he's
good.
not breathing. You also notice slash marks on his body.
I pull out my sword and turn it onto Heath.
Okay. Heath, you have a sword pointed at your back by him from gold. Well, from your side.
Okay.
How is the... You promised me a live first mate. Instead, you deliver me a man
I
worse
said-
for wear.
Look, the scars were already there. They're bleeding out more. I can't heal
Yeah,
it.
gold. These are old wounds. These are like wounds.
Oh, are
from-
they old wounds?
They're not fresh.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not fresh. Sorry, I should have mentioned
Okay.
that. They're not like
Yeah,
just
alright.
cut.
Because I would never have pulled it out. I wouldn't
Okay,
have pulled
okay.
it out then.
Okay, no worries. Go back 5 seconds.
But I was just like, I didn't heal it.
It sounded like you did something.
No, it's just that before you didn't actually check the body for wounds, and then you just did.
Ah, okay.
I like distraught on my face.
Okay. Was he beyond
What,
saving?
what was he attacked? Or did he fall over? What happened?
You know, I actually have no idea. Just snot breathing. Just, like, there's no heartbeat. There's nothing. There's no pulse.
Is there any signs he could have like hit his head on something?
If he had
Can I check for that to see what these wounds are from?
Pardon?
Or could I check to see what any wounds like?
You noticed it was
wounds.
a slashing. It was a slashing motion. So
Okay.
you can tell the wounds were slashes. They weren't stabs. They were slashes. The ones that you found on his chest. Anyone?
If he had a tiny bit of a pulse left, like one that was unnoticeable but noticeable to me, I could have done it. But he wasn't. That's what I was hoping for. That's why I needed the patience and the silence.
We will prepare a proper burial for our man.
You did your best, Heath. I appreciate you for trying. Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
I can't go over to Ziltoid and kind of like.
I'm going to comfort Ziltoid in this sad moment.
For fuck's sake.
And then I'll
Please
go over
keep
to
dying.
Gold and kind of like. Whatever someone says, sorry for. He would have been a good friend. Gold, I'm talking to you.
I know you're talking to me.
Okay, I thought you
He's just
kinda
choosing to remain silent.
And I'm kind of like looking. I'm like, I understand.
Balasar, what's
And
your
kinda-
god, by the way? Do you have a god?
Yeah.
What is it?
Timat.
Timat. Ooh! God, there's an awful lot of backstory here. Heath being from Behemoth and you being from Timat. Holy crap, I never noticed that before. You guys literally, so, you know you have like God and the Devil. Basically, that's the equivalent to what we got right now. Because Timat is the evil queen god of the dragons. And you've got Heath who's Behemoth, who is the king, he's like the king of all the good dragons. So it's like you got both ends of this, and I never knew that before. Continue, sorry. But Goldbird, you would know Timat's burial rites, for instance. That's what I'm saying now. Because I presume this is the way it's going. You would know what the burial rites for him, or what Balasar would have wanted. The way he wanted to would have been buried or taken to the next life.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave the room and get ready to do all of that.
Okay. Like, is he, like, these are things to think, like, is he buried? Is he burnt? Is he left to
He'd
go out
be-
to sea?
He'd be left to go out to sea, I'd say, because we'd probably...
Okay. There's also things like, some people have certain
I'd say
amount of
that-
days they have to wait before they can put them out to sea, certain amount of hours. Some people like to have a whole ceremony, a day of mourning, or several days of mourning.
I'd say that there would be a day of mourning, and actually maybe even
To do that
a
cool fire shooting.
burning ritual. Yeah, I was thinking that, like, you know, we send him off to sea in one of the boats, and then have someone fire an arrow that will set it aflame.
Ziltoid, okay.
Game of
Alright, no
Thrones.
worries.
Ziltoid, what?
Sorry, they're saying
No, it's a
fire arrows.
Viking thing.
And I'd say, yeah, it's a very Viking thing. It's how I want to go when I die. Literally. You gotta make
Really?
it happen. Yeah. I want all my,
Like,
possessions
okay.
buried
Let's kill
with
him
me.
now.
Yeah, do it. Alright, so, go old you start to go get that ready. Roll me a d6. And,
Me?
1 and 2, it will take you a day to get this stuff prepared. 3 to 4, it will get you, 2 days to prepare. And 5 to 6, it will take you 3 days to prepare. It will take you 3 days to prepare this. It's just your emotions and
Yeah.
dealing with the body and stuff. Yeah. And then on that last day, that's when you can do that burial, right? Alright, so, while this is going on, Heath, what do? Do you just clean yourself up and leave?
Yeah, I'll be like pretending I'm all sad and just kind of like cleaning up and then hanging the
Alright.
Ziltoid.
Ziltoid, you know that Balasar is dead now. Or at least you believe Heath
I
has told you
use
that he's
Heath for
dead.
comfort.
Pardon?
I'm gonna talk to Heath about it.
Okay, Frisko, you found out that Balasar is dead.
I kind of just go back and stare at the sea and kind of whimper.
Okay. Hold up. Alright. So, do you guys carry on the days as you normally would? Gold would do his business. Who'd you leave in charge, by the way?
I'd leave one of the crew in charge.
Okay, so one of the crew just takes charge, he takes sail of the ship. You
Name
point
him
him in the right
Beardman.
direction. Gold, you start gathering stuff on the first day, and then it's night time the first night, after Balasar's death.